So you fell into a wormhole accidental. It's okay though. If you feel the buzz and one will hug that signal, cross the threshold. Initiate into the liminal. It's spiritual, not cringe though. Once you cross the in-betweens, become like fam, I've been told. Come on in, let's get real cozy. Nothing flashy, but I am nosy. Nothing wrong with getting rosy. It's all love here. Wiggle toesies. Do you feel the signal? Answer with a grin though. Hit the button, thumbs go up. Listen with your inner self. Comment section is free for stories, like attention's all your worries. In the box below, you'll find all of my pages, test the ages. If you like what you see, follow me, I'm here for you like mages. Subscribe and shine, this family is divine, all good times, and I'm not lying. Custodes presidium, be with me now. Lux mea adesto, presence is the how. Veritate me profundo ducere o sound. Crare mihi ostende and go round. Complete the circle, loop around the spiral, up and down we let go. Cool, let's pull a card now. Okay, lovey-dovey-dovey-doos. I technically already had some cards that might have fallen out already. We got shape-shifting at the bottom of the deck, and we've got St. John's Wort Radiance here. Let me cover the boobies. We got Cannabis Detachment, and we have Hibiscus Joy. Joy. You radiant beings, you. I have a lot of channel messages actually, so I'm gonna pull them through as they come. But I've been having some really intense and vivid dreams. You're going through some big changes, and okay, there's so much nudity on these cards. It's like you're really stripping things away right now. Stripping down bare. You might be very vulnerable. I get that you are very seen. I feel like who I'm talking to has like some kind of online platform because of the attention that you're getting, and you might be spread across multiple platforms right now, but you might be, and this might be because you're at the kind of beginning phases. Excuse me, I just ate fried rice. Anyways, so you might have been just kind of testing things out and seeing what flows best for you, and you're kind of seeing now, you're seeing now which platforms are not quite aligned with you, which ones are kind of just taking your energy, draining you, and which ones you're actually getting the right attention on, and which ones you're getting the wrong kinds of attention on. So you might be pulling your energy back quite a bit. Not only that, but in your personal life, I feel like you're really clearing away a lot of the past. Healing from the past. We've got dragonfly energy here. You're changing in a really big way, and people do see it. You're coming out of this really radiant being. You're like glowing, and you're in your joy now. It's from releasing all this heavy baggage. Oh, that feels so good. So we have this house on fire here in the back, right? And you're just kind of running past it all. And it doesn't have to be that you're feminine or anything, but you're like going with the flow of what's natural to you, what feels most organic to you at this time. After climbing many mountains, moving mountains, you've had a lot of crashing waves coming, and there's a lot of nature energy here. You're moving with it seems like you're really moving with nature's cycles though. And then we have hummingbirds here, so I feel like you have different things. You might be getting a lot of signs from nature, messages coming in. You might have a lot of dreams coming in as well. You could be a messenger yourself, or just someone who uses your voice. You're very expressive. You might be I feel like bridges burned to your past, and in particular your home life. So that's your family, where you came from. Bridges burned, like you burned that house down, kind of allowed all that negative energy to transform. But a lot of people are unhappy about that. A lot of people are unhappy with how radiant and joyful you are at this time, because I feel like with all these crashing waves and all the like mountains that you had to overcome in your life, it shows me like you're just a person who's had to overcome so many obstacles, but you're also very dreamy, and I think it took you a really long time to be able to detach, because these are all like people and situations that meant a lot to you, and I get the sense that you weren't able to see them so clearly for a long time because you were so attached to them. But so it's been a long time coming, you going through this process to getting to the point where you can release it all, but you are here, and you may use cannabis as a medicine or for spiritual growth even. You're highly creative, you're seen for that, you're radiant. A lot of people want to connect with your energy, but you're drawing all sorts of attention, and again, a lot of it's on different platforms. So there are certain energies that I was receiving that were like, some platforms are really pulling in like the types of energy that you don't want. So people could be like, because you're so radiant and attractive, at this time, like people could be like overly schmexualizing you, especially on certain platforms. So you might find you wanting to pull away. It might not have been clear at first, or like maybe you kind of felt it, but you weren't sure, and because it was maybe newer, you were trying to just kind of feeling it out and giving it a chance. Like you gave it a solid chance, but you're noticing it's kind of draining you, and maybe you're spreading yourself way too thin. So you're kind of reeling it back in, seeing what actually feels aligned and what doesn't. But so this is really important though, because some of the attention that you're getting is really insane. Like these are people who are stuck in very lusty, like devilish kind of energy. Like they do give into temptation, and some of these people are actually really dangerous, and they might be really obsessing over you, especially if you're pulling back your energy. They might start obsessing more because they crave you now that your presence is gone. At the same time, on those same platforms, you might have actually met some really cool people and made some friends there. So those people are kind of wondering where you went, why you dropped off, they're messing your energy too, but not in an obsessive, creepy way. It's more just like, they really liked you. They really liked your presence. They liked the community vibe. I'm getting chills from that. But obviously they can seek you out on your other platforms if they know you like that and they're really supportive, then they'll find you. But I feel like you pulled your energy back because you felt you weren't exactly 100% sure what that dissonance is, but it might be coming into you now through like dreams or just messages throughout the day where you're finally like understanding why you had to pull your energy back. And it's after you pull back that you start seeing these things, because you're finally able to process it. It's not so much energy constantly on you that just feels a bit chaotic. So, but it's energy that's not really safe for you. So you pull back, and it kind of seems to me like you're going through enough in your own personal life. So a lot of the drama and stuff that you've had to overcome actually is rooted in your family life, growing up, and your family is not happy with you moving away from their toxicity. And I do get a sense that this is not going to be a story for everybody, but for some people, like you might actually have some family members who have really been trying to take you out for possibly through your whole life, but definitely now I feel like there is a hit being put out on your energy, because this is one of the channeled messages as well, where someone was sent to you as like a hitman, could even just be like character assassin, or and they were basically sent in to like come in and like try to like schmooze you, love bomb you, get you to date them, and basically they were just going to disrupt your life. You may have even been sent multiple people who are trying to do this to you, and you, even if you do end up connecting with them, it's like you end up breaking free and moving beyond it. So it's not anything that ever actually traps you as it's meant to, and no one's been able to actually touch your life or get you or push you over that edge. But that might be what they're trying to do, because they want it to be like more covert, not like a situation where you're schmurdered, you know, not a situation where you're like unalived, you know. So there's this big release, but people still coming after you, but you're very protected. by spirit, by like the natural world, natural laws, because you're very aligned, and the people of your past are not. They're very toxic. There's a lot of like devilish energy, and it's so stark in contrast to the energy that you bring, the energy that you put out. It's really abundant and radiant and glowy, and it's like really like very deeply spiritual. Even like people just feel this from you, sense it. You have a lot of mystery to you, but you're also very vulnerable. So it's that interesting dichotomy, like dancing between poles, and like people are trying to make sense of it, but it also makes sense at the same time. So there's a sense of like getting swept up in the energy though, and that's part of why you had to pull your energy back. You're a very, very vulnerable person, so you are someone who a lot of people try to take advantage of. You're a very generous person. Again, you're very abundant in the way that you live, so people really try to take advantage of that. So you've had to learn to have strong boundaries because you are so vulnerable and you don't think in the same way that these toxic people do. So you're not ever going to assume that people are going to do these things. So you had to learn the hard way that not everyone thinks like you, not everyone has the same heart that you do. Okay, so this person though, there was like, there's a person who has access to like the dark web, and they found this job, right, to kind of take you out, and basically it was to come and love bomb you and create chaos in your world. And so, but I get the sense like you didn't, like nothing really took off. It didn't really last long, this person in your life, but they were trying to okay, this person's really frustrated though. This person's in a really toxic energy. Because they can't control you in the way that they're meant to. They can't really get the job done, so they're not going to get paid. This person might have even actually developed feelings for you in their own twisted, distorted, toxic way. But they cannot access you anymore. They might be trying to call you still, or they might actually end up showing up to your door, and they might be stalking you. Just pay attention. Keep yourself safe. They are trying to regain access. Because remember, they got a job to do. But you're not having it. Like, you're a very vulnerable person. You're very open-minded, open-hearted. But you have to be very selective. Where you spend your time and energy, because of how many people try to take advantage of you. Now, I get that you're going through multiple situations, and part of it is just like your family is, because of their toxicity and you breaking free, maybe you're speaking truth against them. They are coming after you because otherwise they're gonna be sane for who they are, and they're up to some dirty stuff that could lock them away. So they don't want to be seen for that. Now, I do get a brother figure, could be a stepbrother, who worked with some friends, possibly even their girlfriend, and a friend of their roommate or something like that. I'm getting fisherman, could be a name, could be a profession, it could be a hobby, could just be like outdoorsy type of people. Now these people were really trying to come after you. So this brother like organized this whole situation to where they sent someone to connect with you who is actually possibly married or in a relationship already, and just to like breadcrumb you to try to get you on this like hook so they can control you, and they're basically stealing your work out from under you and trying to get away with this. There's possibility this is only going to be for some, that they even like behind your back, trying to, okay. I'm seeing like a marriage license. So it's either that this person is married or they like copied your signature and had you like fake married to this person so that they can try to control something like the work that you're doing or the money that you receive or something like that. I don't know. But so they're trying to make you seem like an unstable person so that they could still work from you, still what you're doing. This is, I don't know, it's a weird situation. It's just really sneaky. And they were planning this for like years before. They possibly could have been trying to lead you on for years. I get that you didn't really take to it though. You might have originally had like a spark of interest with this person. You very quickly saw their toxic behavior. Maybe you still like being who you are, being a good-hearted person that you are. Maybe you still connected with them here and there, just human to human, or even as friends or something like that. But you never really took to the whole, because it's like you felt that they were trying to lead you on, right? That you felt that they were very breadcrumby towards you, and that there's something else going on there. This person could have been dating around a lot, or again, they could have been married already. So it's just a really weird energy. There's a lot of like future faking, but you sense this. Like, you're very, whether you consider yourself spiritual or not, you're at least very, very intuitive, instinctual, and you listen to your gut. You listen to your gut instincts. And you've been through enough situations in your life to where you know you have to protect yourself because there are people that will take advantage of you. I feel like you have had to move around a lot because you keep finding situations where people are trying to take advantage of you, or it's like trying to knock you down a peg or two, like trying to, people are using and abusing the fuck out of you, and trying to isolate you. And again, this could be a set of situations like family involved, even up to like your parents involved in this. Chills. Ooh, gross. Those gross chills. So trying to strip you of the protections that you have and destabilize you, so like you can't really survive on your own, basically. So that they can either control you and how people perceive you, or I mean, due to the pressure you've been under, like trying to push you to the edge, basically, just to where you can't survive, to where you either like end up homeless and you literally cannot take care of yourself, and to where you're like they're putting you in dangerous situations, or to where you take yourself out, just by putting all this pressure and putting you through a lot of like humiliating situations. There might be a lot of people who have tried to humiliate you or even frame you, like set you up in situations. You may have been drugged at least a couple different times in your life. I'm getting a lot of chills from that. So that people could set you up to look like something. Like they kind of trying to set you up to make you look like even a drug addict or something. I don't know. That's coming through. Yeah, chills. That's a weird one. There could have been people who even like. Okay, this is definitely not going to be for everyone. You could have been sexually assaulted at. I'm getting different points in your life, so this might have happened multiple times, and this could have been with people you actually dated. Could have been they even set up situations where if you were drugged, where they could make money off of like people. I don't even want to say or think of that, but like, where people like took advantage of your body while you were drugged and like basically passed out. It's just really messed up, or like not there, you know. Even if you were slightly like not there. I don't know. That's. It's just such a gross energy. Hold on. feel like I'm gonna throw up and cry at the same time. I'm just trying to hold it together. So they're, Jesus Christ. Like they're really trying to put you through the most. Trying to tear you down. Trying to, I feel like I feel the father energy is definitely behind this for sure. Like, but your father sees you like it's this really vulnerable person. They thought that you would be so easy to take down. They see you as this freaking force of nature. That's what you're coming through, as a force of nature. Like, how the hell can someone so soft make it through so much, and they know the situations they're setting you up in? So how the hell are you able to get through and become so radiant and be so joyful no matter what they put you through? You're just constantly elevated up out of these situations. I mean, you're having to go through some really abusive situations, whoever I'm talking to. This has been going on for a really long time, you know, for years. I'm trying not to cry. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. This might be something that's hard for you to carry with you regularly. But I don't know. It honestly is blowing my mind how you're able to be you and stay so strong and stay so vulnerable and open-hearted and so soft still, so kind. But it's almost like, I mean, you've been through so much, like you would never want to make someone else feel the ways that you felt, you know? That's who you are. That's who you are. Have judgment. It's like God's always there with you. God's like spirit is always opening new doors for you so that you can get out of these situations. But these very karmic situations, sometimes like your family you were born into is extremely karmic. So there could have been like abuse there. It could have been sexual abuse from possibly your father, or some adults like in your family. Possibly even like an older sibling, maybe a multiple, like it could have just been a messed up situation. Like where a messed up situation where like maybe all the children in your family were kind of abused in this way, and it played out differently in each one of you depending on how you were as a person. It seems like it might have corrupted either your sibling, or if you have multiple siblings, in some way or another, but it never really corrupted you. They can never corrupt you, no matter what. Is like a huge message to this. Like you're uncorruptible, and you stay this radiant, and somehow, some way. I mean, even through moments where you had to you had to get through some pretty rough insecurities because of what you've been through, you still you carry yourself in a way that's very confident and throws people off, especially with what you've been through. God, I might cry at some point in this. Try not to, because it makes it really hard to continue, but I feel like I'm gonna lose my shit. Not gonna lie. I feel like I'm gonna fall apart. But you are letting go. I'm seeing the Four of Pentacles in reverse, like of all this situation, it's all releasing. Like you're finally breaking free of your toxic ass family. Finally. Now you could also have like different people in different situations, like as you're moving across. Some might not even be related to this at all. Some might be involved and not necessarily realize they're involved in something like this. But it still could be tied to it somehow. Like there could be like people that you meet at work, for example, like who see you as confident, maybe keep more to yourself because you don't really trust people. Why would you, after everything that you've been through? And you just do what you do. But people like try to play games with you or try to knock you down a peg or two. Again, like it seems like everyone's just trying to freaking corrupt you for some reason, trying to get you out of this radiant energy that you live in. No matter what you're going through. I'm getting this sense of like reactive abuse. A lot of people are trying to get you to react, trying to pull out a different side of you, trying to pull out the darker side of you. Because because you don't live in that, so, and you choose not to. You actively choose to be your best self through any situation. So it makes them feel insecure around you. It makes them like, so then they act out of that. They act out of their own insecurity, their own fears, basically. God, just everything you've had to endure is honestly insane. Like, no human should have to endure even one of these things, and for you to have to go through so much. It's not okay. You know, it's not okay at all. I feel there may be actual investigation that's been going on for like years, trying to understand what's going on. I think you have been observed. I do get like federal agents, like you've been observed, and you know you're being targeted. But also, there's like a lot of testing you. I mean, you might have had also a lot of like private investigators sent towards you, sent your way. This could be from kind of the opposition. God, you're definitely still healing through a lot of this stuff. You're free of it. Like you're running free now, but I mean, this stuff is gonna be with you for your life. You know, it is. The horrors that you've had to go through, it sticks with you. You know, that doesn't just leave. Just because you finally broke free of the situation, it doesn't just leave. It's a lot. It's a lot to carry. Like breaking free just allows you to finally get to the place where you can like truly heal on deeper levels, where you're not living in survival mode anymore. Because it seems like you've been living in survival mode like your whole life. I feel like there's still a lot of fear in you. It feels really hard to connect with people. Yeah, I really do get that you travel a lot. Like you've had to move a lot, and like you're divinely supported and led in those movements, those big movements in your life. You tend to find yourself at a lot of crossroads. It's like you find yourself around these toxic people, and it's like you get presented with these new doors, new situations where it's like, okay, are you gonna stick with these toxic people, or are you gonna find your out, you know, break free? And I feel like you always choose to break free, and so you save yourself in that way, and that's how you're able to stay in this. You know, you still have to heal from all this garbage. That's how you're able to maintain who you are at the core. I feel so sick, but it's like a really emotional sick. It just feels like I feel like I'm hearing, no, it's not fair. It's not fair. Like, why can't you just be free? Like, there's people trying to control your life. No matter how much you're just trying to mind your own business and create a better life for yourself. Like, no matter where you go, there's people, like your family or whatever, like, you end up getting set up in more and more situations where, like, you end up in toxic situation after toxic situation after toxic situation, and it feels like you can't freaking escape. No matter how hard you work to make your life better, like, this has just been following you around your whole life. But I really do get the sense that there has been this investigation going for a really long time, and it's a very complex situation, and it feels very covert, and tough to understand. It's like you couldn't see it for a long time, especially with the people closest to you, because you're too emotionally close, and also it was hidden from you, right? They're doing all these things behind your back, or to your face. They're treating you differently. Maybe you don't understand why you don't necessarily feel so connected to these people. I'm getting chills again. Or why it's hard to have relationships with them, no matter how much you crave that, because it's your family. No matter how toxic they are, you still love them. Um, and it took up to this point, basically, as you're breaking free now, to see why you need to just let them go. I feel like you might have been presented with opportunities to walk away from them in the past, but it was too hard for you then. It's too hard to let them go. For you, you had to be able to see clearly how much they were abusing you. You didn't see it before. You didn't see it before. All you know is that you've always wanted to feel free, and you couldn't understand why you couldn't get that. It's like they made you feel like there's something wrong with you. Like, and you can resonate with being like scapegoated a lot, being the black sheep. I feel like they've been your whole life trying to paint a picture of you that is completely false. I feel like, I mean, you're the type of person that like has a hard time, like you don't like lying, you're not really good at it. It doesn't feel good to you is why, so people see it if you even try, and so you just don't. Usually doesn't mean you never have, obviously, but you're just not one to do it. You don't see the point, you'd rather just live free. But due to the situations in your past, like maybe you've accidentally blurted out certain truths, and then you got in trouble from your toxic ass family, and you got labeled like a liar or something. You were just more quiet. You learned to just stay quiet instead. And maybe you have had moments in your life where you've liked these people because just to survive, or you would just stay quiet. I'm getting like strong like questioning you, and you don't know how to answer because you know if you answer a certain way, it's going to have certain repercussions that are unsafe for you. So you just don't answer, but then you still get abused, maybe more psychologically. Like I'm hearing, what are you, stupid? So you might have been like really abused, like in more than one way. But it's like you'd rather that was safer for you than the repercussions if you were to speak up, right? You could be a nail biter. I never bite my nails, so I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm feeling a lot of nervous energy though. I do feel like they're gonna try to come back, kind of lure you back. Look at this, try to pull you back. There's this energy wanting to reconcile or trying to act like things are okay or things are good, but the bird just burned for a reason. There's nothing left for you to close the door, and that's important for it to stay closed. Because you're already moving beyond this, and you're supported in that. Like this situation's dead and gone. It needs to be. You've gone through rebirth. You're in this like raw state right now after a huge, massive rebirth. Okay, I'm getting that like that energy coming back again. Fisherman, like that seems important. Like someone loves to fish, or they do it for a profession. I don't know. Or again, it could just be a last name. Could be someone involved in what you've gone through. Could have been a lot of people hired to like come up against you because you're a toxic family. So people would know how much you've been abused. Okay, I'm seeing this like grandmother energy. I don't know if you witnessed something, like your grandma threatening someone with a knife. I don't know, I feel like as a kid, maybe you watched a lot of like Disney movies, but then there was a point where it switched to like horror, and I feel like this was to it's so they could scapegoat, so that if you ever said anything, they could say that it was because of the movies or something that you saw. Something like that. They could even be trying to paint you out as like some kind of like psycho. God, this is, it's like a lot of people in your family are just so toxic. Okay, it feels like a grandfather or something that is, maybe saw the truth in something. Maybe they were the one that was threatened. They see things. They're very smart. This person is very smart, and they're very good at connecting the dots. They might even be able to peer into the future themselves. I feel like they're pretty like spiritually attuned, even if they don't consider themselves spiritual. They're just attuned. Like they're very instinctual too. Maybe that's where you get it from. Maybe it's passed down. I'm not sure. There's something about it, but this person would rather tell the truth, but this person is very controlled in some sort of dynamic. Whoever this is, it could be. There are some people in your family that are good people though, but they are under a certain sense of control, to where their hands are tied kind of thing. They can't speak certain things because their own life being threatened. It seems like there's a lot of like life-threatening situations. Also get, I feel like you've been in situations where possibly a parent has threatened your life if you spoke truth about certain abuse. Also, you could have been in past situations in like relationships where your life was threatened if you were to leave. I do get this is someone has definitely been schmexually abused. Could have been raped. Could have been raped by someone who threatened your life if you left. This person could have been very abusive towards you. Like this would have been somewhere you literally had to like move to a completely different like state or something to get away from them. But it still haunts you. It still haunts you. Like, are they gonna come after you? You know? Because they get you running. Like, it's like you just want freedom so bad. You want to be free from all these toxic people. You don't know how to get away, and you don't know if they're following you, if they can find you somehow, some way. I'm hearing this like threat of like if you leave, no matter where you end up in this world, I'll find you, and I'll unalive you, and no one will ever know it's me, because I'll make it look like an accident. So if like someone said anything like this to you, it's like this haunts you. It's hard to rest. It's hard to rest in safety, in a sense of safety. You're stripping all this away as you're healing. You're stripping it all away. But it's like, how do you feel safe after everything that you've been through? Honestly, after even one of these things, but how do you feel safe after everything? Because when will it end? When will it end? I feel like I don't breath, like you've been running. Just trying to get to safety for so long. This hitman energy is coming back through. Sorry, I know I've been bouncing around a lot of situations. You've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. And this could just be that like I'm getting multiple people's energies, and that's why it's a lot. But either way, whether you've been through one of these things, multiple of these things, any number of them, it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's too much. It's too much. This hitman energy that's been hired, they can't access you anymore. They might still be trying. They're kind of erratic. So they might be leaking your personal information onto the world, like your address, your phone number, like all these things, like whatever they have access to, they might be leaking this out. There also might be like they're putting out hit, so like as a reward, if they try to send people to you that were unsuccessful, they might be putting out this hit energy of like with a big reward of whoever is able to get this job done, you get this big reward, which could put you in danger of like multiple people are trying to come after you. Chills, goddamn. This is insane. This particular hitman though that you actually have connected with in some capacity, but I don't get for very long, because you shut them out. I don't know, they're trying to get your attention. They're trying to, and they can't. They're just trying to put your life in danger. You are protected though. Like I said, I feel like with this investigation, it does feel like federal agents. I feel like they are watching over you, and they're watching your whole transformation. They know you've been through hell. They've been watching you for years. And they've seen you grow, seen you progress, they've seen you crash and burn, and then they've seen you grow again. Like everyone's amazed by you, even your enemies. The fact that they have never been able to take you down. All that you've had to endure. You're about as resilient as they come, and it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense other than like you're very spiritual in being. Like look, like you literally have, like you have God itself flowing through your being. Chills. Like you do, you have this like anointed energy, like very chosen one energy, and your time's only going to come when God says your time is going to come. No one else gets to decide that for you, no matter how much they want to play God in your life. Like you're always going to be elevated up out of situations that are not right for you. And any of these situations would normally crush a person, and not a lot of people would be able to bounce back from these things, but you bounce back every time. It's because you're divinely supported, divinely guided, and divinely protected. And it's like they've seen this over and over and over again, yet they still try for some reason. For some reason. Maybe a healer, like your presence alone is healing. You have a really magical energy too, like miracles happen for you all the time. It's wild, it's just honestly wild. I'm getting so much chills, like, but you've had to go through such immense pain and pressure, and I mean, you were always this little miracle of a child. Like you may have even been born with like some kind of illness or like almost dying or something like that, and like literally from birth you've been fighting for your life. Getting this like sense of like you can't breathe, like you're suffocating. Maybe you were born like you couldn't breathe. Could be in the NICU. Breath is a very important thing for you. X is an anchor, but it's also, I don't know, like you're so healing. Your breath is healing. And I was like, just breathing the fresh air feels like freedom. Also, it's like, I feel like you've had to find freedom in the smallest of things. Because your life's never truly felt free. You have to go through challenge after challenge after challenge in a way that the majority of people don't have to go through. You've been tested and tested and tested and tested and tested, and so many people have been trying to take your light from you, and you just refuse. You're a rebel. You refused to give in. You refuse to let them take your soul. You refuse to break. But you're tired. You are tired. You're a very peaceful person, even though it's really hard for you to maintain peace because of everything, all this nasty energy going on around you, but you are. And forgiveness is big for you. It's important for you. I feel like that's a big part of how you get through. I feel like you're a very compassionate, understanding person, so even around toxic people, you still have love to give them. You still see through their human mess, and you see that they are human in their shadow, right? And you still extend compassion. You're someone of service. Like, you're extremely anointed, and it's for a reason. You've lived your whole life of service. You could have even been treated as a servant in your household, or by certain people, by certain relationships, things like that, where you're having to carry all the weight of responsibility to make things easier for other people, and like, you doing anything for yourself is like wrong to them. You spending time on your own, or needing to not be on all the time is like people make you feel like there's something wrong with you all the time, and it's not. They're just extremely toxic. And you never deserve to be treated like this. You never did. I think you're finally realizing that. You're finally realizing that there's nothing wrong with you, that you're really beautiful, and that's why you're having to go through all of this. Your beautiful mind, body, soul, and your output. This constant love flow. No matter how much you fear, it's really what makes you so special, and what makes so many people like want to take your energy, but like also attack your energy. I feel really emotionally, and I feel like you're still going through a really heavy healing process, but I don't know when this is going to be over for you, to be honest. I don't know. Let's see if we can get closer to that. I just know that it seems like you are speaking truth, especially now that you're so raw and bare, and it's been part of your process of dropping the baggage, just to let it out, finally allow yourself to be seen for who you actually are, not what people are painting you as. So you're speaking truth, but they're trying to keep your truth from coming out. And they have been your whole life, really, though, because it's like they've been living in fear your whole life that you might speak the truth, right? So they're trying to control you. They're trying to control who you speak to, who you share with, so that you're not talking to the right people who are going to actually help you, and to where they're going to get found out for all the toxicity that they're doing, for all the crimes and stuff that they're doing. I feel like they're into some really dark stuff. So they're just dark people, and I mean, whether it's just abusive within the household, or they could be doing some other things as well, though. But they've gone to really great lengths to try to control you and hurt you, and to try to take you out. This is absolutely insane. Let's see how much longer until this is over. Okay, so we got garden chimes in the reverse. So again, that door is closed, a bridge is burned, you already moved past it. Got temperance coming out in the upright. You're supported through this whole thing. It's like, I feel like you're getting through the labyrinth, you're getting through the maze. It's been a very confusing process for you, but you're like finally understanding now because Spirit's showing you all this clarity. You also got the 5 of Wands in the reverse. So the conflict is already clearing up, and because this investigation is going on for a long time, it could be 5+ years, 5 to 8 years. It's got the 8 of Wands as well. You should have communication coming in soon that this is clearing up. It's finally coming to a close. I feel like they've been gathering evidence for many years. Many years. Both against the people who have been hurting you, but also in showing who you actually are as a person. So time frame, I would say, I mean, it could be 5 to 8 months from now. I'm also getting, it's possible that could be less than 5 months. Could be 2 months from now. Oh, I'm getting a headache. Let's say 2 to 9 months. This should be over, wrapped up. But I definitely feel less than a year. But my judgments here, and this is in reverse, so they are reaping their karma. Already starting to, because you're speaking truth. Because they are seen for how they have been hurting you and trying to make sure that you cannot heal. But you're also reaching this place where you got people fighting for you, you got a lot of support. You have this 10 of Cups energy coming in as well, so this could be you creating your own family. You just really getting support. It could be community support as well. After you share your story and people are like seeing everything that you've had to go through, and they're like, oh my god, we have to help, you know. So it's gonna be really healing for you, and you got people really fighting for you, really, because people see you as, this is the Empress here. You're very abundant, you're a very special person, and you're very generous and loving, and you are seen for who you actually are. And people are surprised by your story and everything that you've had to walk away from. This 8 of Cups, the Devil energy, all the stuff that has been really just trying to destroy you, take you down, has truly only made you into the star. This immense pressure has made you into the star, this diamond of a person. Finally walking away, finally breaking free from this nasty, toxic devil energy, which has been coming through since the beginning, and it finally came through as confirmation with the cards. But alright, this is already pretty long and it's really emotionally intense for me. So I'm gonna pull out of this energy. That's what came through. Do with it what you will. Don't forget to chill too with your insights when you're still. If you like what you see, you hear, you smell, you be, start climbing up a tree. I'm kidding, follow me. I explore and share your story. In community is glory. Don't be shy now, I don't bite. No one above, below is right. It's all even, fair and light. We keep it cool here, that's why we tight. Take only truth with you, the rest can flesh and bone. Or if you really want it, you could even put in shoe. Either way, we end it here. I'll be back soon, no worries, dear. Back to Meston. Now it's all okay, so